Hello YouTube. Just thought I'd show you another update on the tree. You can see we are actually not in Walter's yard. It is the other neighbor's yard. As I told you, the tree covers 4 different yards. This is the branch that I cut down the other day. That side is Walter's yard over there. I cut it right up there, but it broke and fell this way. And you can see it goes to this yard right here, this particular neighbor over here. I don't show too much of their house here, but so this is the section I'm going to try to cut off and throw back into Walter's yard. You see it broke down the fence and some other stuff. Our lizard friend lives somewhere around here. I hope he wasn't on the main tree because that tree is going away, so I'm hoping that I gave him enough time and will give him enough time to, I'm looking to see if I see him here anywhere, to move into these live trees that I'm not going to touch. I didn't want to catch him and you know, possibly do harm to him. I'm going to slowly try to kill the main tree that, you know, is the one in Walter's yard, to get it to turn brown so that all the living animals can get time to move out. I think that's going to be the best solution for trying to give the animals a chance at moving on their own. There are spider webs here, and there's a spider right there. I don't know if it's a banana spider or poisonous. So there could be poisonous spiders and things here, so I have to be kind of careful. But I do have to go in there and cut. So that's going to be the plan today. Hopefully I don't get bitten by anything like a spider or a snake, because obviously there's a lot of overgrowth on this side. The tree goes from this neighbor's yard into a third neighbor's yard, but I think it doesn't go too far in there, and I can cut it from this side and pull it in. So that's going to be the plan, is to cut this portion, so then all of the tree will now be out of Walter's yard. So I brought the chainsaw with me, and this should go fairly fast. Alright, you can hear the chainsaw is up and running. Now it's an issue of getting in there. I've released the chain, so we're spinning. Look at that spider web. Trying to make a lot of noise to chase away any snakes. Well, that wasn't good. Let's try this again. That went pretty fast, but I've got kind of a mess. Figure out what we're going to do here. see just how big this tree really is. A lot of people didn't understand that this tree is probably about, just rough estimate for me, was about at least 35 to 50 feet tall. That's how tall this tree was. This is the portion, part of the portion that made it across 3 different yards. And you know, we cut it all the way from Walter's yard, so it was fairly big. I'm gonna try to dump all this stuff into Walter's yard in a minute. Cut this. Still lots of big pieces all around. Doesn't even include all the little chunks I cut off that have fallen down. I just noticed, I don't know if you can see all those green leaves over there. You see the fronds over there? Then behind it are green leaves. That's actually from one of the huge major branches that I cut, 1 or 2 of them. So it's actually over that neighbor over there. So I'm gonna have to go to that neighbor and ask him if I can remove all that too. So it looks like I'm gonna have to go into 4 different yards to deal with this tree. Yeah, all of that back there, that is still Walter's tree back there. Behind the frond leaves, all that green that's starting to turn brown, those are the branches I cut down. We'll have to get rid of all this stuff here. I was so hoping that this was the only branch that crossed the neighbor's yards, but now there's more. I don't know if you can tell by how long these branches are, that just shows you just how tall this tree really was. it's part of a branch that was at one time still living. Honey, I'm gonna start dumping things here, okay? I got my wife on the other side, and she's gonna be hauling off the stuff I'm gonna dump over there. So let me pause the camera, but here's a pile of just some of the stuff that we've pulled off that I've cut just from this yard alone. But there's more that I'm gonna have to do here in a minute. I think I'll do that, then I'll start hauling it off. So let me finish cutting that, and then I'll dump it. The good news, though, is that after this, it's only in Walter's yard and one other yard. I've been trying to cut out wedges to keep it from locking up like before, but you can see the saw shuts itself off. It's not me shutting it off. When I release the trigger, it goes off on its own. So I don't know if that's a safety device that they put in, a safety catch, or if the saw's just defective, or I'm not working it right. A lot of it was still alive. I don't know if you guys ever saw that cartoon Monster House. This is like Monster Tree. Maybe needed a breathing mask. Whew. one of the particularly large branches. I have to chop this up a little bit more here. It was wedged up in there, so after I'd cut it. Looking for our lizard friend here. Remember King Lizard from the other day? The other video? One more cut here. Here then is the results of our effort here today. Quite a pile. I don't think this neighbor would have appreciated all this wood being left in his yard. So I'm gonna haul all this stuff off to Walter's yard and take it out to the curbside for them to haul off. But that's yard number 2. We cleared this yard here. You can see the neighbor's dog over there running in the distance. But what remains to be done now is I think I'm out of breath. It's so hot out here. I don't know if you can see that branch right there. That was where I severed the main branch. There's another one. It's 2 or 3 branches that I severed. But sadly, see, that's the direct neighbor right there. And this is this neighbor right here, because Walter's house is right here. There's yet a 3rd neighbor, and the tree, you can still see branches all the way back there. That is still pieces of the same tree, guys. See how it's starting to turn brown? That's because I severed it and it's dying. So all these branches you see here, you can hear the neighbor's dog over there looking at me. I figure out if he can get in to get me. But anyhow, I have to hop over the fence to that neighbor right there, so I'll have to go knock on their door and try again another day. But I think we're done for today. Just a matter of hauling all this stuff off back into Walter's yard over here. And then trying to see if we can't get all of this stuff, not the whole tree, but all of these external parts done by the end of this week. That way the tree will then be confined strictly to Walter's yard. And it's mainly the trunk at that point, just trying to kill it off so that it doesn't keep growing. Hopefully I didn't destroy that lizard, the king lizard. I'm hoping he was able to crawl over, and he lives out here in the green on the living parts of the plants that are still alive, and not trying to live off one of the dead branches anymore. Same with the snake. I hope they all move out and realize that that home's going away. I'm hoping animals are smart enough to realize that's what's happening. So that's another reason for not rushing it. You know, I don't want to just go in there in one day and destroy their whole habitat. I want to kind of give them time to say, hey, something's happening here and we better move. Well, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate all of you who have offered helpful suggestions. All of you have encouraged me to not give up, even though it looked overwhelming. And indeed, it was very much overwhelming. Thank you to those of you who contributed to the chainsaw purchase here. It made a world of difference. And for those of you who have given me all sorts of advice on what to do, because I do read the comments and try to take them into consideration, and what is feasible and doable and practical, I will try to do. Some of it, you know, I can't really do for certain reasons. Some of it, you may not see the full scope of what I'm actually dealing with on this side, but hopefully these videos will show you that the tree was indeed actually a humongous monster. And that's why the previous people, mind you, I'm not the only one who cut it. There was, I guess, several other people have cut it previously, and they gave up because it was just so big and overwhelming. So I think we can do it. I'm sure we can do it. Until next time, everybody, take care. God bless you all. Stay safe.